What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Palantir Technologies with the ticker symbol PLTR. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. We'll start out the technical analysis by going over what I see on the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we'll take a quick look on the weekly chart to wrap it all up. So Palantir is a pretty obvious stock to analyze because we're just range bound. We're just been going sideways. If I move my cursor all the way back to about November 25, you can see that we're pretty much at the same price level, and we haven't really gone up or down since then. I mean, we have gone up and down, but we haven't gone far away since this starting point of $24. It's pretty much like the median price level. So as you can see here, the EMA is pretty much flat. We're not trending in any particular direction, so we're pretty much in a range. Let me show you guys right now with the channel. It looks like these are the lows of the range right here. Every time we come up to the lows of the range, right at this $20 or $21 level, we get a bounce. And every time we come up to the highs or near it, around this $27 or $28 level, we find resistance and sell off. So since we came up from the highs, I expect us to go to the lows. That's just how a range works. A range is pretty much a sideways channel. So since we came up from the highs, I expect us to go back to the lows, possibly right over here. Since we're at the mid side of the channel, this is where the choppiness occurs. As you can see here, this is where we go sideways most of the time. We could go both ways. We could go start trending back up, but it's more likely that we will continue lower because we came off from the upper side, and it looks like price has just made a single leg down, and price action likes to move in twos. So this is the first leg down, and this is the second leg down. It's past the lower side of the range into the $19 territory. That's where I expect prices to go in the future. Unless anything changes, then obviously we're not going to meet that measure move. Let me show you guys this channel down. So we also had this channel working downwards, and we have not made a new low yet after a break outside. So I expect a retest of these prior lows at that $23 level. And then from there, we'll probably continue lower to the lower side of the range and make this measured move. If we do exceed the measured move, where are we going next? It's going to be probably another measured move, which is the size of the range. And if I just drag that lower, looks like Palantir could possibly reach the $14 mid $14 level. Now if we were to just start trending up from here and we do break outside and continue trending higher, which is a possibility, it's not like it's not ever going to happen, right? I just see more signs telling me that we'll continue lower, but if we were to break outside and continue higher, probably reach that $34 target. So the signs that I see is this downtrend channel where we had not a retest of the lows yet, and it's also just one leg down, and then we had a correction, and it looks like we possibly could make that second leg. Another reason is because we came up from the upper side of the range and we fell back inside of it, so it looks like we're probably going to go back down to the lower side of the range. So that's pretty much everything on the daily chart. So let me show you guys something cool. It's just basically the line chart. It's very easy for a beginner to see. Let me remove all the drawings, and you can see this is the line chart, and it's easier to see than the candles. So as you can see here, we're just been going sideways pretty much since November of last year. As you can see here, this is what I mean by market moves in twos. You can see that this was one leg up right here, and then we fell down, and then they started the second leg, and you can see they pretty much almost met that measured move, but it just fell short, so that's showing signs of weakness for the longs, and then we fell back inside the range. So here's another measured move we could possibly be making. This is the first leg down, and it looks like this is the top of the correction, and if we continue lower, then that's why I expect us to reach that $19 target. There's measure moves all throughout this chart. Let me just zoom out more. You can see that this was another measure move right here. This was a huge leg up and then a correction, and then prices made that second leg up. Let me show you guys right now. It wasn't a perfect measure move, but we sold off again because we came up short. That's another leg right there. There's a lot of legs, small and large, but the price action just usually moves in twos, like I just showed you. So let's go ahead and take a look on the weekly chart to wrap it all up. I like doing my analysis on the candlestick chart just because it shows you more to the story. As you can see here for this candle, back in January, you can see that prices were trading all the way up here and then it closed over here. So this was a green bar before, but now you see this tail to it. That's because the sellers came in and dropped it back down, so that's showing a lot of selling pressure. Over here you can see that we fell below the EMA and it looks like we're finding resistance, and this tail bar is showing the sellers are coming in, so that's why we could potentially make that second leg down. However, for this range, there is a slight upwards bias to it just because we're making a higher low and a higher high. As you can see here, this low, right where my cursor is higher than the previous low back here. And this high is higher than this one. So that's pretty much an uptrend. It's just slight increase or elevation to the EMA. So we could potentially just create a trap right here. Something like this. And then rock it up. I don't see that happening. It's a possibility, but I just see more downside short term, and then from there we could go anywhere. But as of right now, I'm sticking with my short bias because of the reasons outlined. There's not a lot of long bias reasons that I see yet. But if anything changes, then obviously you got to switch and go with the price action, because the price action is always right. You can't fight the market. There's probably, I'm pretty sure you thought of a stock that why hasn't it gone up yet? Even if the fundamentals are so strong, why hasn't the stock gone up? It's because the technicals are not lined up yet, and they don't want to move the market up. It's the same thing for a stock that keeps on going up and up and up when they're not even making money. So what's up with that? I understand that, the price is for the future, right? How the company would react in the future, but you can't get too far away from the usual ratios people use, such as the PE or the sales ratio, or whatever, the profit ratio. But yeah, but I digress. Anyway, so that's pretty much my analysis for Palantir. I expect the second leg down to that $19 target. Maybe at the very least we'll reach the lower side of the range. I believe it was at that $21 level. Let me just go back real quick. Let me show you guys. So it looks like, yeah, pretty much right at that $21 level. If we don't continue lower, then you know where my target is for the upside. So thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised on what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also, share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.